Yo, what's up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing good. I hope all y'all had a good holiday, good Christmas Eve, good Christmas. Looking forward to the new year. And yeah, today I just wanted to hop in straight into this trade recap for. I didn't get to do it, but it was on the 23rd. So, first, to get started into this, the first trade I took was this 15-minute inverse for value gap right here. And I just want to show this is for premium. This video will be coming out in module 3, but I went over with some of y'all on a call about ledges. So long story short, if you know what a ledge is or a low volume node, it's all it is a correlation and a volume profile. A volume profile is basically a volume indicator at the bottom of your screen that shows the volume in each candle just flipped on its side. So what that's doing is showing you the volume in each price level, right? So what I look for is I look for, just think of C shapes. See, there's a C here, there's a C here, there's a C here, or just look for like valleys, right? And then these are the mountain peaks. Just think of it like a mountain range, right? Just look for the deepest parts. So I just take my box and draw it. And why I like to use these is they act as great support and resistance levels. You see, rejected here, supported here, same thing all around here, right? So first, let me hide this so it'll be easier to see. We swept previous day high right here. So you see 16, which is 4 p.m. That's when market closed. We swept it right here during Asia. And I alerted Discord. I was like, I want to see this for value gap get inversed. Why is this a fair value gap? Because it's a 3 candle pattern. And there's no wick on this left or right side. So the fair value gap's right here, right? Right there. So once we got a close, I was like, stop loss, wherever you're comfortable with. I put mines at this swing high. Because realistically, if we came up here, it's most likely going to take this. So, and then I targeted 792, which was the hour fair value gap. So around 792, like right here. So about a 1-to-1. So it was a great trade. Delivered straight to TP. And then that was just a textbook setup, right? We have accumulation here. We manipulate it up. Everyone's going to try to buy in up here. They all get stopped out. So it swept this high right here, right? Swept it. And then we change our order flow, right? If we're going to go up, we should respect bullish for value gaps. What happens? We didn't. We closed out of it. So now we're going to head back down, right? And then I didn't get to alert these two other ones, but the other two trades I took was I saw that in this hour for value gap right here, around 7 at a level, and it was in the volume profile. I'll show it. It would be better to see here once it loads. We had a 1 hour gap fill right here. So why I like using gap fills is because if you notice sometimes, like when you look at it for value gap and it looks like it's going to break through, that's why you always wait for the close, because sometimes it gets supported. It acts like a wall, support and resistance, right? So we had the gap fill, and then we had, if you look at this volume profile, what do you see? Especially on this part right here, this is the deepest part of it. You see there was barely any pink right here. So I like this. They're showing that there's not a lot of activity in this area, so there's going to be either buyers or sellers in this area. So 780 aligned with that hour gap fill, and I'll draw it so it's much easier to see wherever it went. Let's see. It's up here. Yeah, so I'll put the... Oh, that's not it. Wednesday. Oh, it's right here. My bad. Yeah, so right there lines up with about it. So I was like, okay, I'm literally just going to limit this area. So I just limited it. I like using 10-point stops are good, but just the current volatility and stuff, I just use a 20-point. So they're right there. So I just entered 5 micros, 20 points, and then I literally just targeted the high right here. That was a 1-to-2. And then imagine if you had a 10-point stop, it would have been a 1-to-4, 1-to-5. So, and then look, even if you didn't get on that original entry, right, you could have still gotten on these fib retracements, right? And this is why I love using the fibs, because look, 706, could have limited a 706 right there, lines up with a volume imbalance. And look how much times, even if you keep dragging over, 786 got supported, even on open, right? Open was up here. Still came down to the discount of this range. Not exactly 786, but even in Asia, supported this fib, and we went up, right? So that was textbook, right? Just look for, as I said, to find these levels, you just look for many confluences in the area, right? So then now the next trade I took during New York AM was literally simple, and I'll show you how I got this level right here. And if you look, look at this rejection. I had the idea that if price is usually chopping this much once market opens, that levels usually get respected perfectly, right? And look at this. Look at that. How much points was that? That was 30 something points, which is still good in this volatility because we've been chopping a lot around, right? But I'm gonna show you guys how I got this level, right? So when you're drawing your support resistance or ledges from the volume profile, you would always get it from the previous day or whatever volume profile is available at that price level, right? So in this scenario, this wouldn't be here because this is still forming for this day, right? And this one stops down here, so I'm gonna go all the way left, right? And then look what I see here. I have one, and I said look for C shapes, but if you look for it, this one's a really tiny one, but I still like it, and you could just draw them experimentally for yourself because look, reject, 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 support a little bit, reject. Same thing with this one. This one's a little bit woozy, but same thing, support, reject, support, reject, reject, right? You just want to look for a bunch of reactions, right? So now literally if we go all the way right, what happens? That level gets tapped. So literally once, I just like that level so much that literally as soon as I saw, I didn't limit it, but once I saw we opened here, this candle pushed up, started pushing down, I entered like right around here. I just wanted to go for a 1-to-1 to meet my consistency. And then on the accounts, I don't want to go over it. And then there's 1-to-1. And yeah, you could have definitely had a way tighter stop loss, like a 10 point. You could have let it run a good amount. And then look, as I said, good areas define take profits. Just target fair value gaps. This is a fair value gap. Why? The wick's not covering this side, not covering this side. Same thing, the wick's not covering this side, not covering this side. Or even just a sauce right here, just target the 50% of the range. And look exactly where we bounced, right? Could have caught longs. 618 is OTE, which means the discount of this range. Discount when you're longing, premium when you're shorting. Respected perfectly. What do we have? We're in a ledge. What happens? You could have just waited. You could literally waited for. You could have another entry confirmation, right? Like this inverse fair value gap, or you could have just waited for a break of structure leg, and then like we just trended up for the rest of the day. So that's literally it for Wednesday. And I'll say I used to be a lot more. I used to use a lot more ICT technicals and stuff, but honestly, this is what I found. Fib retracements and ledges, just keep it as simple as possible and just look for really good levels and just have extra context, right? Just find. Clearly we were trending up and we've been consolidating, so it's like I don't think I want shorts. And then also you also look at the previous sessions in Asia and London. What happened? We supported this hour for value gap. We filled it and then we went straight back up. What would happen if we inversed it? Then you'd be like, okay, maybe we'd want to target lower and maybe even target, as I said, the 50% of this range. But usually what happens is very strong trends, the 50% doesn't even get tapped. It just keeps trending up, and that's exactly what happened here, right? So yeah, that was trade recap for Wednesday, which is Tuesday night, which Wednesday morning. So Christmas Eve, 23rd and 24th. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into the trade recap. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and those videos will be coming out pretty soon for module 2, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate it.